Travis, number one priority for Rubrik?
So sounds like a great program, and obviously critically important across the board. So super excited to hear what Lynette's putting in place at the VA. I think tackling that question, two different angles. Rubrik's really focused on, obviously, we have a pretty robust program and compliance, building our products to be secure. Focus areas on that front are really just bringing new things to market to meet the demand, cloud, FedRAMP, other certifications, compatibility with protecting SaaS applications. So one capability we're bringing to market now is around protecting M365. And then the other aspect, just touching on zero trust architecture, one of my soapboxes lately, from my simulating or responding to threat actors, for zero trust architecture to work in a large environment, it really requires a lot of trust relationships, flattened networks. So kind of the staggering metric that Eric mentioned earlier, around 95 million attacks attempted a day. It is eye-opening, and it should be a really big wake-up call that moving to the zero trust architecture, with great power comes great responsibility. And from a cyber threat perspective, it's going to make their job easier if and when they are successful. So, the cybersecurity folks have to be right 100% of the time. The threat actors just have to get lucky once. And in the environments where it's a flatter network, you're allowing these trust relationships and authenticated across the board. One compromise, it could be in the supply chain, could be a whole host of attack vectors, but it could, cause a greater problem. So, I think from Rubrik's perspective is really around helping protect the data. So identities and data are probably the two biggest things threat actors are after. Mm-hmm. And just trying to help provide visibility of the data, who's on the network, and making sure that you have checks and balances or safeguards to know when maybe a certain system or application has been compromised, and not just singly trusting the data. So we see threat actors in the wild today. They compromise the system, they disable the security software within the SOC or other environments. It looks like it's working, but they're just spoofing the data. So you need to have other things to complement or validate your security mechanism. So, i.e., having network visibility validates the endpoint data. Having visibility around your data access or immutability around the access helps ensure that your other mechanisms are safe.
Got it.